So the third story in the MMPR Halloween special is Pumpkin to Sing About, written by Danny Law, artwork done by Jody Nishishima, colouring done by Andrew Kramer, and lettering done by Ed Dukeshire. Now, of course, with a title like that, of course, this mini story is going to focus on Pumpkin Rapper. And to explain why people keep using Pumpkin Rapper for Mighty Morphin or for Power Ranger Halloween themed villains is because he's such an iconic monster. I feel like that he was brought back into popularity when Kyle had that one cameo of him. And of course, when Power Rangers was doing the 20th anniversary, they made a Funko out of him as well. And then they made a Lightning Collection figure out of him as well. So Pumpkin Rapper is one of those characters that he's a good Halloween themed monster out of all like the themed monsters we've had in Power Rangers so far. Because I know we've had like tombstones and skeletons and stuff like that. But Pumpkin Rapper just like suits the Halloween aesthetic with what he looks like. And I can understand why people want to keep using him and stuff like that because, you know, he's got that iconic look to him. He's corny and cheesy with his rhyming. And I feel like older fans just embrace the cringe of what that is when they rewatch that episode or revisiting it. I think that's like a lot of fun. So, of course, this story focuses on Pumpkin Rapper, and it's very interesting with how they handle Pumpkin Rapper in this story. So the whole premise of this story is that Jason and Zach, they're looking after a bunch of school kids and they're at the pumpkin patch. One of the girls, Sarah, I believe, brings home one of the pumpkins, and it's a weird-looking pumpkin, and when Zach turns on his Bluetooth speaker and starts blasting music, the pumpkin comes to life, Jason throws it out the window, and then it transforms into Pumpkin Rapper. So Jason and Zach are kind of forced to take a back seat because they have to stay on the bus and protect the kids. And of course the other Rangers show up to try fighting Pumpkin Rapper, but the music is sort of giving Pumpkin Rapper his strength to fight against the Rangers. Now, I will say, the artwork in this story looks really nice. It's this sort of like colorful anime vibe they've got going for it. And the colors and the art style really complement each other in this series. Like if we get like a one shot or another like mini series, I would love to see it in this art style. I feel like Jody's artwork is really great for this one shot. And I feel like really vibes with what Power Rangers has got going on for it. It's sort of like if it was like an animated series. So again, Jody does some really good artwork for this one shot. So during the story, you have one of the teenagers' phones ringing, and because of the ringing, or the video playing, I believe, I think it's a bit of both. So the sound of the ringing or the other music throws Pumpkin Rapper off guard as he can't focus on more than one beat. So what it ends up doing is it sort of gives the Rangers a bit of an advantage. So the kids on the bus all grab out their phones and they start blasting music, and all the different music confuses Pumpkin Rapper, and he doesn't know what to do in the end, so the Rangers easily get the win. And that's pretty much the story. It does end on a joke where one of the girls say, oh, next time we'll go to like the apple orchard instead, which I'm pretty sure there's like a few apple-based Power Ranger monsters out there that are really dangerous. But they defeat Pumpkin Rapper in the end, and it's all taken care of. So kind of a short story. Like I said, these stories are very short, very quick to read, very digestible. So there's not much to do a deep dive for this story compared to the other ones. But overall, I really did enjoy it. I feel like the artwork was pretty good. The writing was a lot of fun. And with that said, I'll move on to the next final story within this little annual book or this little anthology book, and that will be Candy Cornered. So whenever that one drops, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, take care, and bye.